voyage into the stars. The previous space races were but a means of propaganda, control, and military advantage. A money laundering scheme, selling the idea of an empty universe waiting to be penetrated. But lies have been revealed, gravy has been ladled, and times have changed. Today, Old Tree Bear and Old Wise Bear will venture onward with a new anthem to free the crippled minds of the masses. An anthem titled The Fool's Choir.
Too strong to carry on in a black mirror, as I'm a seer, and I fear that the truth is unwelcome there anyway. A power down all around if you're ready to hear. It's so clear, you'll be freer. Step out of your cloud with me today. 'Cause there's a world out there, rush of dirt upon your feet and breeze the water in the street. This place of grace is me believing. Here I am untouchable. You can tell them they can't cancel me. Horizons painted with the glory, so full of majesty. This place of grace is me believing. Here I am untouchable. You can tell the gamma's for me. Somehow by winners, repentant sinners, listeners, as if the fool's choir just washed away. And I don't know how the line could be thinner for the grinner, the beginner. The fox kicking rocks won't have much to say. 'Cause there's a world out there, rush of dirt upon your feet and breeze the water in the street. This place of grace is me believing. Here I am untouchable. You can tell them they can't cancel me. Horizons painted with the glory, so full of majesty. This place of grace is me believing. Here I am untouchable. You can tell the gamma's for me. For me.
That'd be nice.
Touchdown confirmed. We're safe on live.
All right, good morning, everybody. Much love to everybody that was a part of making that song. Today, I will reveal the sex of my unborn baby. We just found out this morning. We are also going to analyze a really hilarious sync that just happened. Be Grateful Bear was watching hockey highlights and noticed something really funny and interesting. We have a rabbit problem at Ursa Rio now, so I'm literally hunting them with a Navy SEAL this weekend. So if anybody has any advice on that, I think 2-acre ND Bear already gave me some really good advice that a 22 headshot is the way to go, and how to like boil them and all that stuff. And just for the record, I know they're cute. I get it. I was like raising them, and I literally bottle fed them. All right, but here's the reality. I know they have big eyes and they're fluffy, and we've all been groomed to think that they're somehow, super innocent and just awesome, and they're like little tiny like cuddly pets. They debark trees. I just realized this. Get the rabbits to hate themselves in rabbit porn. I know. Well, we did put fluoride in their water, and we have started a vaccination program. But okay, you know, the show Yellowstone addressed this when the lead character, played by that legend, I can't remember his name right now, the dude from Field of Dreams, Kevin Costner, when he's like, how cute does an animal have to be for you to try and protect it? You know, when you're eating your soy or your quinoa or anything that you think is so above it, they have to, you know, cultivate those fields. Every snake, every worm, every bird, every you know, mouse and mole, they all get wiped out when you grow your soy. So, like, is it the cuteness of the animal? Is it the size of their eyes? So, because like if the rabbits, fortunately, the bark that they took off was a tree that I think is going to survive, and it wasn't a fruiting tree, which is okay, and it wasn't very big. But God forbid they start taking out our established fruit trees. You know, all these people that act like this isn't an issue, you know, they're like, oh, I'm so above it, I only eat soy and apples and pears and regenerative. And it's like, so what do you do with the bunnies? You know? Oh, we save the bunny. No, the bunnies sharpen their teeth on your tree and they'll kill all the trees. So literally me and a Navy SEAL are going to have Operation Bunny this weekend. And so I think we're going to use 22s and try and do headshots because we want to save as much meat as possible, make it quick. I think free-ranging bunnies is actually really cool because they get an awesome life. You know, they die really quick. They live a great, fun life. And they are cute to see, but it's almost like demographic situations where, yeah, they're cute at first when they're fleeing a country and they're like little babies and stuff. And then by the time they're rape gangs, you know, it's like, I'm not associating them with, I'm not saying to hunt people, none of that. I'm just saying that there does, you know, when you're dealing with 8 kids a month from these rabbits, you know, what do? Just let all your trees die and all your garden die? All right, 4-eyed det and 22s. Yeah, they will take over. Well, yeah, because we're blessed to not have predators here. Idaho has a ton of predators. My property doesn't have a lot of predators. The only predator is George, and right now he has a bum paw, but it'll be better soon. And the cats. And the cats in the winter don't like to go outside for some reason. They're kind of like pussy cats. Pussy cats! Rabbits are delicious. No, rabbits got to go. I think that you keep them in a small population, and then when they get big and fat, you eat them and you take their fur. Okay, I want to have like 20, 30 rabbit furs, you know, pinned on a board. And then think about, dude, rabbit fur gloves. Oh, how dare you? Make soy gloves. Oh, Jesus, I'm squirting again. 8 rabbits a month. They reproduce like Puerto Ricans. Way more than Puerto Ricans. It takes 9 months for a Puerto Rican to have 8 babies. If you paint rocks red and put them in your strawberry garden, the rabbits won't eat the strawberries. Yeah, for me, it's the trees. The trees are like the real because I've always been like, oh, cute rabbits, man. And then they're starting to get like nuts. I drove in today after getting my mail, and there was like 20 rabbits just like hanging in my driveway looking at me like what you, it's like, you know, looking at me like a demographic takeover. You can skin them very easily when they're still warm. Yeah, we did that with the rabbit that George ate. Amy actually skinned and she just peeled it like a banana. It's like, they are designed to serve us. Oh, how dare you? They want to go to college and they want to get married. No. They literally are perfect for like food and fur. And bunny soup all winter. Yeah. They're like perfectly designed for us. It's like perfect. You peel it like a banana. It's crazy. They're designed for our use. Fat. Like it's a fact, guys. It's not like there's certain animals that if you hunted, you wouldn't feel that way. Like if you hunted like a jaguar or something, you wouldn't be like, wow, this is designed for our use. Or let me think of another one. But deer, elk, bunnies, They're literally, you can't design it better. It's like, here's the fur, it peels off like a banana. Here's all the meat, just perfectly like this. Here's its organs, and then the bones you put and you make bone broth, and that's great. That's how you honor the animal. All right, so let's get into this. Oh, for those of you just joining, we found out the sex of our unborn child. So if you'd like to make some guesses and whatnot, if you want to super chat, entropystream.live/app/Owen Benjamin Comedy. We right now have 3 sons, and Amy is pregnant. We found out. Denmark Bear thinks it's a girl. Barley Ma Bear thinks it's a girl. I heard Mountain Lion is delicious. True story. That's only if they eat vegans. Because if they're, I actually hear. I would never eat an animal that eats meat. I think that's when you get like that cannibal disease and stuff, like kuru and all that. Got to be a girl. Wow, interesting. You guys think it's all a girl. Here's our Odyssey Super Chats. Girl, boy. Okay, Enoch87 says boy. Copper Bear says girl. Blue Bunny Bear says girl. Let me read this. Meat, exciting. I really like your idea about seasonal variation. I thought I would note that a pure carnivore diet, electrolytes are more readily depleted compared to a standard diet. Yeah, I've been putting lemon on my meat. I think that that's helpful. So it may be useful to keep sodium. Oh yeah, I also put sea salt, thyme, sage, all kinds of stuff on it like that. I'm more readily, all right, sodium, potassium, and magnesium around, and try supplementing them in the event of a muscle twitches or cramps. That's a good idea. The organs have magnesium, zinc, all that stuff. I'm telling you guys, these animals are designed to feed us. If electrolytes alone don't do the trick, you can do a cheat day about once or twice per week where you eat your normal diet. So far, so good. I mean, I feel great. I feel the best I've felt in like literally a decade. I still have this like fat on me, but I feel it burning. I feel like I've gotten over a hump. And I've been around a pregnant or breastfeeding woman for literally 6.5 straight years. And like, okay, for example, yesterday, Amy and one of her friends had this big Christmas cookie event where they were all making cookies all day and like icing the cookies. And there was like 8 kids running around. I wasn't even tempted to eat a cookie, like not even a little bit. And this is a guy that can't not eat the cookie. Like in the last few years, you know, they make the brownies and the cookies and all that. I'm like, it's been a problem. Like Amy's been like, where are all the cookies? I'm like, make more next time. I haven't cheated once, not even a little bit. You know, the closest thing I've gotten to sugar is local sour cream. I put a little bit on some eggs. And I don't think that's bad because your body does need glucose and you want readily available glucose, but the key to staying ketogenic is under 50 grams a day for like the normal sized person. And I wanted nothing to do with the cookies. And I just started thinking like, this is wild. Like I can go 8 hours now without feeling hungry, 10 hours, like no hunger. Because something switched in my body where I'm just burning fat. And it feels great. And even if you're still fat, like I'm still fat, but there's a turn. You're now like an energetic fat guy. And that's all the difference, you know? Because Amy does like me, because like we were talking about it, like I was telling her about all this stuff, and she was like, when you were all skinny and ripped, you look kind of like druggy. And I'm like, yeah, but like sexy druggy? She's like, no. I'm telling you guys, it was those GNC powders. I think they put methamphetamines in them. Because I used to like crank GNC powders. You know, I ate healthy, but I would crank GNC powders. These like, you know, Rip Fuel type things. And I think they put like amphetamines in them. Because, yeah, it's like there was something a little methy about me. All right. Anyway. Relevant Dr. Carnivore with a twist, nose to tail carnivore, Dr. Paul Saladino. Yeah, I've heard good things. Forever haunted by having salad as part of his name. That's hilarious. Claims we are historically speaking head to tail carnivores with some access to honey and fruits. Yeah, berries, honey, and then greens in the spring, I believe. I think that's how it works. Thus, he eats meat, organs, fruit, and honey every day. He does not like plants at all, claiming they are trying to kill us. I think it depends on your genetic background. Like Saladino sounds Mediterranean. I think that there's different backgrounds for that. Like I know I've done all greens for like a month before and felt great. But that was like when the sun was beating on me. I think that there was like, I don't know. I don't have any answers. I'm just saying that different groups of people, I think, require different types of nutrition. I highly recommend this controversial thoughts video series. Cool. By the way, Sean Baker MD is a 100% pure carnivore who skips organs altogether, and at 55, he's doing very well. He's also eating a ton of eggs, though, although he claims that organs don't do anything for him. Some people may require organs to thrive. Yeah, I love eating organs. Eating heart. My kids love heart and liver. Beef fat brings us closer to our hunting days, as ruminants have the amazing ability to turn polyunsaturated fatty acids from plant matter into saturated fatty acids. Yeah, it's perfect. Like you have a machine that does it. That's why the Bill Gateses of the world, they want to be gods. They want to change their nature where they're like, okay, we're going to be the ruminids now. We're going to like take soy and make it meat, but they never do. It stays trans fats. And these like gross fats that make you really, really sick. My friend who already had 3 boys was hoping for a girl, though, for a boy. Yeah, make your guesses. EntropyStream.live/app/Owen Benjamin Comedy. Make some guesses, and I will read the super chats, and then I will let you guys know. Brain is legit tasty. I might be an 8 zombie. Yeah, and our brains function on animal fat. All right, here's, I barely fit in a 1-gallon Ziploc bag. Yeah, we can vote for, you can super chat baby names too, and I'll read them. Hey, BB, time for my hetero AZT shot. Was wondering if you saw what Trunk said about Kushner and BB. No. Also, I heard Chowder is doing stand-up again, opening for Dave Landy in February. That should be interesting. Anyway, castles and airships, baby. That's wild. No, what did Trunk say about Kushner and BB? He's probably like, they're great. When they used to sleep together, when Kushner was a child, they were actually doing wonderful, amazing, outstanding greatness. I'm going to do a poll too. God, hit me with the entropy chats. I'll read those. I'll read the ones that we've gotten, and then I'll get into it. Trunk. I can't do a 3-hour stream today. I have a piano tuner coming. And I have to clean this place up so it doesn't look like a messy cult leader lives here. We'll do the baby names after we figure out if it's a girl or a boy. Burn Bear is a good name. That was just the one. Oh, we only have one entropy today? Wow. First time for that. That's really gay. EntropyStream.live/app/Owen Benjamin Comedy. So far today, Coddington has made $2. You're worth less, Coddington. All right. And don't forget, we only have 3 days left to order the Bertaria Times First Magazine. That's magazine.bertariatimes.com. 3 days left to order it, and then that's the end. And then we'll print them and send them out, and we're very excited. All right. We have all decided it's a girl. Oh, really? Well, it's a boy. Yay! I'm having a 4th boy. How great is that? I'm having a 4th boy, guys. So we're having a 4th boy. Let us know. And if you want to suggest names, make them classic. Nothing new age and weird. Like nothing like name him, Savanye. All right, I'm tapped out. Yeah, we don't need any more money. Dude, it's fine. Kyneton deserves nothing. He should pay me. All right, I knew it. Yeah, it's a boy. I only make boys. Henry, my wife likes Henry. We're talking about a lot of good ones. Yes, congrats. Yeah, BB literally building an army. Yeah, 4 boys in 6 years. All right. Todd is an awesome name. No, it's not. It's not. It's not a bad name. It's not like Gary, but Todd is like, what's it short for? Toddifall? Toddington. Todd. Hi, my name's Todd. Yeah, if I wanted a kid, I name him Todd. Fred's a good name. Frederick is up there. Henry's up there. Archer is up there because we like Archie. And Archer is it's just like a very tough name. My wife is like, what's a really strong, tough name? William? Yeah, we're not going to have a son named Will Smith. But we have Charles' middle name is William. I love Maximus. Yeah, that's a good name, but it's not European. It's like Wolfgang is cool. Wolf Smith, it's up there. My name's Toddington. Short, you can call me Todd. Victor's strong, but someone did point out that everyone named Victor seems like a scumbag. All right, let's get into it. These are the rabbits. Look at them. And look, and now that we have a rabbit problem, the alpacas are not racially segregating themselves. Have you considered an Owen Jr.? I have. All right, let's get into it. This is one of the craziest. Oh, here's Norm Macdonald. I thought I was the first one to do like this bait and switch with the crowd with like apologies. Like, you know, the 6 billion apology and all those. There is something unique that I've done with that. But of course, Norm Macdonald, the king, did something similar first. And I just want to always keep Norm in people's minds because this guy's a true comedic genius.
Who are safer drivers, men or women? Well, according to a new survey, 55% of adults feel that women are most responsible for minor fender benders, while 78% blame men for most fatal crashes. Please note that the percentages in these pie graphs do not add up to 100% because the math was done by a woman. For those of you hissing at that joke, it should be noted that that joke was written by a woman. So now you don't know what the hell to do, do you? No, I'm just kidding. We don't hire women.
You see how like perfect that was? Because he showed them. He goes, okay, would it be different if it was written by a woman? And everyone's like, oh, you got us. And he goes, no, it's not though, because we would never hire a woman. And then they all laugh. There's no hissing by the end. Watch how he stacks the deck. It's amazing. He's like, well, because the math was done by a woman. And they're like, oh, boo. Oh, boo. And he's like, well, it was written by a woman. So those of you hissing, now you don't know what to do. And they're like, yeah, that's a good happy ending. He's like, is that written by a woman? We don't hire women. And then they're like, he just won them. You know, it's like winning a cow. Like trying to get Sandy, my new cow, halter trained. I'm just breaking her. Not violently, but I'm like withholding food, you know, keeping her tied. I'm the one who releases her, let her like walk around a little, tie her back up. Because if not, I mean, it's so violent, you know? Like a cow is 1,000 pounds of meat, just like, woo, and they're fast. If they get out, if they get away from you, they're gone. And so you have to break them. And you do the same thing to the audience. You're like, I will keep push-pulling you until you just admit that what I just said was hilarious. He's like, man, the math was done by a woman, so it doesn't even add up to 100. Hiss, boo. That was written by a woman. Oh, happy ending. And no, it wasn't. We would never hire a woman. It's like, okay, you win. I think that's why comedians a lot of times are compared to cult leaders. You have to train your animals. Yeah, or else it's not safe. That's why so many people have no responsibility in their life. They're like, how dare you kill a bunny? It's like, so you want me to just let it kill my trees? I don't have responsibility, so I don't have to make that decision. You're breaking the yeah, putting halter tops on cows is disgusting. All right. We shouldn't vet them. It's like, let them be. Just let them be natural. You want to know what's natural? Humans controlling shit. That's nature. My brother can train a wild Mustang. That's awesome. That is awesome. Because the good thing about Jersey cows, they're not aggressive. They can be real panicky and like stubborn and crazy. But they don't try and ram you. There's a lot like Black Angus and some of these, they totally do. I'm not at that level yet, but I hope to one day. Because it's like, that's what it is. And all the people that think they can avoid responsibility by just being vegan or avoiding it and being like, just let everything be. Let's rewild. Rewild means you die. Nah, we are in nature and we rewild. So then how do you get your meat? You kill the animals. And how do you kill the animals? You have to somehow trap them or trick them or stalk them, starve them, wear them down, push them off a cliff. Everyone's like, we have to be more like Native Americans and rewild. I'm like, dude, there were some of the most vicious hunters in human history. What was Fighter Sunday? An electric prodder is good for the home and outdoors. Yeah, but jerseys, they just have to it's very feminine. They need to see you as their protector and trust you. And so a lot of it has to do with keeping them, you're the only source for food. It's very culty. It is. Where it's like, because I'm not actually a cult leader with people. I'm very laissez-faire to a fault. I'm like, yeah, everyone just do your own thing. Just, write Bertari on it and make something and put it on a website. And within, a week, everybody's like, we have to kill Owen. I'm like, oh, this is why people control their brand. I hate those concepts, but it's a fact. You can't be like, yeah, Bertari is anything you want it to be. And then you have some asshole in Ohio being like, it's Nazi. I'm like, what? No, it's not that. It's like, well, you said it could be anything. I'm like, oh yeah, I have to actually lead and I get it. I'm a Bravo. I'm not an alpha. I can be an alpha. I've become an alpha, but my natural instinct is to enforce what another dude figures out. I turned my back to a bull once and he quickly charged. My partner saw and hit it with a shovel. Yeah, and they respect that. They respect when you're like, I'm in control of your life. You will give me milk. I will give you food and protection. I don't know if I can hit a rabbit in the head. That's like this big. Because I want it to be quick and I don't want to ruin any meat. If you hit it in the Boilermaker with a 22, does it ruin meat? If you hit its stomach or something? I think this boy should be named from Amy's lineage, Hose B. Oh, how dare you, Bowler Bear. Speaking of Bowler Bear, let's talk about his people and the Kit Kats. So anyway, look at this. Oh, by the way, Joe Biden is getting very based. Wait till you see this. Watch this. This is mind-blowing. Everybody's like, oh, Joe Biden's such a fraud. No. Joe Biden is getting it. Watch this. Watch this guy. He's the leader we've been waiting for. Yeah! Biden's crushing. Watch that again. Yeah! Biden! Joe Biden's crushing. One more time. Denmark Bear's already got a boner. Yeah! Joe Biden gets it. Watch it again. Dude, he's the greatest leader in the last 200 years. Guy's getting it so hard. It's insane. He shit his pants right as he hit the desk the second time. All right, so anyway, of course, Bowler Bears will run his little mouth. Check this out. Which one's this? Oh, we did Norm. Keep the king alive. All right. All right, so watch this. You guys know what I've been talking about with Kit Kats, right? A lot of people outside the bear community have no idea what we're talking about with this. But this is amazing. So, Be Grateful Bear was just watching this, and this is what happened.
The Trevor Zegras one is the goal of the year. With all due respect to the great Connor McDavid, that hit them with the Kit Kat, the 4. Is that not a Kit Kat? You didn't know I had one in the bag,
I
did you?
not know.
You didn't know I had one in the bag.
Are you gonna open it or?
Maybe later. We'll see how you play your cards.
Okay, so they're now, the blacks are now publicly showing the Kit Kats, using the Kit Kat. All right, so I said, are we changing reality or do I just tap into other timelines? I've never in my life seen a bee get super excited about a Kit Kat. It was just funny to me in a riff. Now it's popping up in completely nonsensical settings, so intense. Holy Quail Bell says, the secret to bending the Kit Kat is realizing there never was a Kit Kat. Be Grateful Bear says, I was jaw dropped when I saw this highlight on YouTube. This life is such a blast. It is. The syncs are happening constantly. I really believe it's because the frequency of the bear community is rising. Life is so beautiful. Yes. Toronto Jew Bear says, got to be a secret bear or barricade garage man. Most hockey players. I don't think so. You know, a lot of my friends were like, oh, he's shouting you out. I think we tap into something. Really mind-blowing, says Lady Pitbull Bear. I just listened to that stream today and was thinking, where in the world did he get Kit Kat from? Do bike thieves even like them? Legit. No, it was completely random that I did that. They like sugar. You know, if you said High Tops or Kool-Aid or something, but Kit Kat, that's like saying Mounds Bar. It's like, and then to see a professional bee just randomly start taunting someone with a Kit Kat out of context is wild. They have to be listening. I don't know. I want to know. Of course, there was one guy that I just banned, obviously, who was like, everyone knows bees like Kit Kats. Show me the videos. Show me all those videos of professional bees flaunting Kit Kats in people's faces. That's literally insane. They just want to kill the buzz. It's a fact that this is very weird. I don't know if we're creating it or tapping into it. I don't know, but it is not random. Snickers bars, Three Musketeers, like any candy taunt would be weird, but just the Kit Kat. Both of these goals are referring to were glorious. All right. My girlfriend got super excited about a Kit Kat the first stream you mentioned it. I laughed for 15 minutes straight. I didn't know how to explain it. No one knows how to explain it. Kit Kat does sound like a bee's hoodie. Damn, what is happening? I know. You're the best comedian, so logically the controllers will watch you laugh and make their slaves recreate inside jokes. It doesn't feel that way. It feels like he felt like he was in control of the Kit Kat taunt. Like he didn't like look at the camera and be like, Big Bear. Kit Kats are the new bananas. Yeah, exactly. All right, so now I'm going to show you that whole thing. 1 second. Dude, that Joe Biden gets me so pumped to be a white guy. All right, watch this. He just gets it. He gets me so pumped and jacked to just eat a lot of meat and just make babies that are all male.
I'll roll with 1,000 of the most hardcore I've ever seen. All you have to pay him, man, is Kit Kats.
That hit them with the Kit Kat, the 4. Is that not a Kit Kat? You didn't know I had one in the bag,
I
did you?
did not know.
You didn't know I had one in the bag.
Are you gonna open it or?
Maybe later. We'll see how you play your cards. It's early.
Someone said, oh, Bowler Bear warned everybody about the Kit Kats. No, he didn't. He didn't. I think I know the bees more than the bees know the bees. I think the same way about the Jays. I think I've spent, because they victimized me so many times, or at least they tried to, but I'm a victor, not a victim. But with all the deplatformings and the bike theft and the threats and the, hand rubbing, when you're backed into a corner, you have to really stalk. I'm not going to call them prey. You really analyze your threats. And I really understand the nature of them now. Kit Kats with popcorn is the bee's knees. Says Black Lady Bear. Black Lady Bear, but have you ever heard anyone talk about the Kit Kat situation until now? Everybody knows I just riff. I just talk. I don't have a script. Right? Today's script is, swear to God, this is the entire script. Song, rabbits, Mag, Norm, Biden, Kit Kat, and then another Kit Kat. Those are my notes. Okay? So I'm just riffing about, I was like doing the prepper bribe guy, throwing Kit Kats at the bees because they'll do anything for a Kit Kat. Where the f that come from? I don't know. See, this is what I want to know is, are we making it? Like we sent out these ripples with thousands of like really tuned in people here and it just starts popping up? Or do I just know it somehow that it's going to happen? And then I was thinking of this really funny character where it's like random prophet or random psychic, where it's like, he's like really dialed in and he can predict the future, but it's all random and it doesn't help anybody. Where it's like, I'm seeing a vision. Everyone's like, what is it? I'm like, yes. There's going to be a black guy. Yes. And he's going to taunt someone with a Kit Kat. No, not really, but what's understood need not to be explained. Haha, says Black Lady Bear. If you're not a victim, then where's your bike, says Bowler Bear. It was God's will that the bee got my bike. And I'm sure he fell off it and broke his big, I bet the bee was so excited that he got himself a little white kid's bike that he got a boner and he hit a log and he flew off the bike and it broke his boner. And if someone had asked me, like, would you give up your bike so a bee breaks his boner? I'd be like, of course. And so I win again. I'm just kidding. All right, guys, I'm going to read some mail now. We need more Carl Brown cartoons. Yes, we are. I sent the barefoot and pregnant decaf, and 3 days later, Amy was pregnant. I made that happen, says Paraplegic. We never drink your coffee because we don't want to end up paralyzed. I know that it doesn't seem like there's a correlation, but we prefer to drink coffee where everybody has their legs. It just feels like you're cursed. Ooh, I'm blinded by the bees. Now I can't see them and then all the bees. The Arbitrary Psychic is a really funny sketch. I feel like it's really obvious though, so if someone has done it in the past, I didn't steal it and I will acknowledge that I didn't. It's so obvious I can't imagine I came up with that. Arbitrary Psychic, I mean, that's just like, it's just a classic contradiction. It's just a classic comedic engineering. So, yeah, but Arbitrary Psychic is really funny. Yes, grocery store, closing early next Tuesday. They're like, thanks, Arbitrary Psychic. Because I really am like that. I called that they were going to anally swab people for COVID. How do you know? How would I know that? Like, that's insane. Like, the probability that it was, some people can make the call that, like, COVID would be used to bring in medical tyranny or something. Or, like, we're going to have 4 or 5 vaccinations to stay vaccinated. Like, these calls you can predict. They're in the prediction realm. But that they were going to anally swab people? That happened. Okay, that happened. Joe Biden's team, when they went to China, had to be anally swabbed to see if they had COVID. And everyone was freaking out. They're like, how did you know that? I'm like, I don't know. I am Arbitrary Psychic. Like, I'll just, like, come up with shit and then it comes true. But it's not, like, super valuable. South Park did it with Cartman. There you go. Yeah, it's definitely not original. It's just too obvious. Did Owen lug a 55-gallon metal drum to his attic for garbage? It's not garbage. I keep all my letters. I don't throw, I'll throw away boxes and packaging and stuff, but I'm sure some letters got thrown away, along the way, but I try to, I don't know, I just really like that you guys send letters. And I feel like when the internet finally blinks off, I will have all the letters. And I will read them in my rocking chairs. My great-grandchildren run around my feet. And I will remember Bowler Bear's hilarious jokes. That's a great man's coffee cup. Well, it's fireproof. And they're just really convenient. All right. Merry Christmas. This is CJ's wife. Evan, CJ wanted me to write with my handwriting and ask if you could let his new account follow you. Yeah, of course. I like CJ. I gotta remember that. Yeah, I don't accept any more people on Instagram. I haven't for months. I think it's the right move. Because I only use Instagram to riff jokes. That's why I post every single thing that I'm gonna show on this stream. Like, if I was going to use Instagram properly, you post what? Once, twice a day? You don't just, like, constantly post. But you guys are like my writing team, and, you riff with me. And I want to see what resonates with my audience. And, there's, like, 7,000 people on there. And it's, like, the hardcore bears. And so, there's, like, 10,000 requests right now. And I'm like, no. Half of you guys are probably dickheads. And the purpose isn't to spread my stuff on Instagram. Instagram is toxic. Instagram is like very controlled, very agenda driven, very mean, very, when I say mean, I mean like, bot swarms and all that. Like anybody, like the Great Bear Trail was taken down like 5 times. And it was literally just people posting their pictures of chickens and cows and community stuff, like zero controversy. And it kept getting mass flagged. And so we're like, this is just crazy. Like how, because I used to think it was because of my hard-hitting racial jokes, and it isn't. And so I don't post this type of stuff on Bertaria Times because that is totally clean. Like that is no references to Babylon in there. But I like that I can post the edgy stuff and get feedback and see what people think. And that's why if they delete this one again, I've had 4 deleted now. And if I didn't and I was public, I'd have like 1 million followers, like literally like 1 million. But with that comes this, you know, the mass flagging, all the nonsense. And I don't need it. I don't require it. I feel like we're growing as a community in an organic way that's good. We can sustain ourselves. We make really good stuff. The gammas and sea hag sirens can't handle positive content. No, they freak out. It like makes them really angry. And so the right answer is build your own, and we did. And so same with the magazine. It's like, are you sick of Woman of the Year by Esquire? Or no, who was it? Vanity Fair named a guy Woman of the Year. Yeah, well, we made our own magazine because I'm sick. I don't complain anymore. So magazine.bertariatimes.com, you will have a spiritual shift when you are part of a solution than just complaining about the problem. I took this stuff seriously. Like if these magazines are going to deface women and all that, I mean, like, we're going to make one that doesn't, that celebrates women, that protects women, that shows the beauty of women, and not make it all sick and ugly and deranged and say Bruce Jenner is a beautiful woman, not your mother. You know, it's like so sick. And so, you know, you can complain. I used to think complaining was helpful. It's not. It was for a point, like to show people what's happening, to work out in your own mind what's happening. And then you're like, you know, step up or shut up, you know, and we have. And we've had great sales for the magazine. It's not nothing huge, nothing that you get, you know, nothing huge, but enough where I'm like, this is a start. This is a really beautiful start. Just like what we did with Unauthorized and Unbearables Media and all this stuff. All right. Yeah, I will add him. Kyle, will you text me that right now? His name is CJ. Just write CJ and I'll find him. I remember CJ. Here's some super chats. BB, would it be okay for the kids and I to make button pins with bear love phrases on them to trade at SoCal Bertari? Yes, and thanks for asking. Definitely. Do you want a cut? No. Thank you for asking. Asking is the cut. Because it shows respect that you're not just like, yeah, if you make buttons and all that stuff and you want to, yeah, like, dude, you don't, you know, these Bertarian meetups where you have like, where you sell your honey or your meat or anything like that. The only thing I ask is that if you sell like bear merch or something, like something creative and fun, like a button or something, just ask me and tell me the situation and I'll almost surely say yes. And if you like take it big or, you know, you try, you know, that's when I would want to cut. But on that level, no, there's no point at all. Like, that doesn't matter at all. You guys are already very generous people. And I just need you to ask, because it seems like every single time there was a gamma poacher type, they never asked. They never once asked. And they're like, well, I mean, you're not the only one who said, be fruitful, multiply, don't be fruity and boga. I mean, I'm like, then you're out now. You're out. Oh, so I can't be a bear? No, you can with yourself. You can go to be a bear or something, but you can call yourself a bear. You can do that, but I don't view you that way anymore. And you'll learn that matters. And this is a great community, and it's a supportive community. And if you don't want to be a part of it, if you can't control yourself, there's whole communities based around hating me. All right, you can go to that one. I promise you, it's really, really boring. And after years of them obsessing about me, none of their predictions came true. And clearly, it's just ridiculous. But that makes some people happy because they can't control themselves in the big tent, in the cool kids table. Right? This is a valuable community. It's not for rejects. It's not for people that can't control themselves. You know, and over the years, ask COD, our quality of bear has gotten better and better and better. Don't get me wrong. So many of these OG bears are some of the coolest people you'll ever meet. But like overall, it's been really, really great. Like watching the quality the cream keeps rising and rising and rising. With every positive, there's a negative force. Maybe. I don't know about that, Burn Bear. That sounds like Irish logic. Daily Wire takes all Coomer. Yeah, and it's okay. And listen, you can always listen. You can always listen to the streams. You can always be an unauthorized subscriber. But to be in the bear community, you have to be able to like handle yourself properly. Because a lot of us are like good dudes trying to get away from the noise. And I can handle the noise. I've heard all of it. You don't think I know what a lot of people are going to say? Oh, you piece of shit, you're so dumb. Dude, I've heard it. I know what abusive language sounds like. Well, you do it. I'm a comedian who make fun of people for a living. You don't get to do it to me. It's if you do it well, like some of you guys have done, then that's fine. Like, look at Bowler Bear. Look at all these guys. If you are someone that I respect and we're like vibing and you do it well, great. But if not, I know what you're doing. You're just poking at shit because you're mad at the world. And I'm not into that. I'm not into that. I'm just not. I've like thrown haymakers in the pigsty for a very long time, and there's nothing really comes from that. It's good to know you can. It's good to know I can just jump into the troll army and fight all day long with the rebuttals. But what happens? All they want's attention, negative or positive. It doesn't matter. I have a feeling that, and listen, it's kind of like me killing a lot of my bunnies. It's because I have to protect my trees. I have to protect my garden. I have to protect the bears here. I'm a good shepherd. I'm a bard king. Oh, how dare you say you're... Dude, it is. It is what it is. And so I'm not going to let filth in that's going to bum people out. And I'm not controlling. I don't run a cult. I never tell anybody who to marry. Or, I'm not like... And this is also probably the cheapest cult in human history. People throw tips at me on a thing called entropy. Actual cults take everything from people. You guys have been with me for years and years. Do I ever act sexual to women? Do I ever get non-comedically abusive with the men? Do I ever want all your money or control what you do? No, of course not. It's all ridiculous. BB is not fat. He's barely even big bone, man. Well, I'm strong. I just know what I am. There's weight around my belly that I feel like is a health risk the older I get. And so I want to get rid of it. But I like being thicker than I was when I was all like Hollywood methy looking. I used to be more stressed, and I used to be less healthy and drink a lot of GNC powders and shit. You only made me drink piss once, and that was more hazing, less cultish. For the record, I've never made Cod drink piss. I know the jokes don't, a lot of people are horribly vaccine damaged. I did have Cod shoot a lamb once, though. No, like a sheep. He did a great job. And then did we eat it? No, I think Ryan just ate it. That Hollywood cortisol look? Yeah, totally. I'm just referencing the doc for the vax damage. Oh, yeah, totally. Oh, and by the way, the new documentary will be up either tomorrow or Thursday. And that will be at buildingbertari.com. So if you haven't seen the first one, check it out. If you like it, buy magazine.bertaritimes.com. You can send a donation to me at P.O. Box 490, Sandpoint, Idaho, 83864. We keep it free. We keep it on our own servers so we can keep it 4K, HD, all that stuff. And that stuff costs money, but it's the least we can do. Chris D'Elia, whole thing is that he desperately wants to be in a cult. Yeah, I can see that in him. He likes young girls. He likes power. He's not like a super attractive guy and has an insatiable appetite for women. So you're going to have to get some form of coercion, or money or some form of weird trickery. Builder Buddies is better than Builder Bird. Thanks, Tellerian Bear. Hey, Kyle, will you resend those super chats? I missed them. Dear Owen, Amy, and Kin, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you for your example. May God bless you with eyes to see through lies. Big Bear, I've been a listener since 2018. Sent a couple short letters in the past. Never been verified. Positive Propagandist Bear. Welcome, Positive Propagandist Bear. If taken, Russian Hacker Bear, you've changed my life. Nikita. Thank you, Nikita. I'd like to be called Positive Propagandist Bear because I believe propaganda without the negative connotation. Oh, no. Propaganda comes from to propagate, which means to grow. It's great. I have no problem with propaganda. I don't like weeds. If you're propagating weeds and shit, that's bad, but to propagate is great. I do propaganda every day. To propagate, to use words to grow. Now, what kind of seeds are you using? Are you using, wheat? Or are you using weeds? Oh, how dare you? Weeds are super healthy. Okay, great. Awesome. And positivization can make a world of difference. Yet few possess the testicular fortitude or the financial security to engage. It is well, here's a quote from Henry Ford. It's well enough that the people do not understand the banking and monetary system, for if they did, I believe there would be a revolution before tomorrow morning. Henry Ford. I agree and disagree. I feel like there could be a revelation before tomorrow.